Hi, I'm Austin Eartham.
And I'm Taylor Patton, and welcome to the Kitchen Table Podcast.
We're here to motivate, educate, and relate to you guys, sharing our stories, helping you to get 1% better in all areas of your life. Welcome to episode number 65. So it's been a couple days, but we're ready to run. Ready to run again. Here we go, baby. A lot going on. Life's good.
Yeah.
Anything new in the last couple of days?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Does that mean something's going to happen? I like that.
Yeah.
Not yet. I feel the same. Not yet. Talk to me next week. There might be something.
Right. Because I'm gonna get a tattoo, and I'm gonna get a cold tub. But neither of those things have happened, so I can't speak on them.
You're gonna get a tattoo?
Yeah.
Explain the tattoo idea.
I'm gonna get the word inspire.
The word inspire.
But by the time this comes out, they're gonna know. Well, I mean, not that they're gonna know, but it's gonna happen.
Well, tell them the backstory on the story you were telling me earlier about how you came up with this idea.
Pretty much, I want to get a new tattoo.
Actually, let me go first.
Okay.
I got something. Taylor put something on his Instagram a couple of days ago. It says, "Should I get a tattoo?"
It was yesterday.
I was the first one to vote, and I didn't look. I went to bed, but as far as I know, only one person voted. It was me. Second of all, Taylor texted me.
40 people voted, so.
Nice. Taylor texted me way late at night, and he says, "Pick a number."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I pick a number, and then he tells me 1 through 7, and it's already taken everything I choose. So I choose a number.
One number.
No, I picked 2.
And then I gave.
And you said both are taken. Then you're like, oh, it's got to be 1, 3, or
That's right.
6 or something.
That's right.
So then I chose the number, and then Taylor comes over to the podcast, and he's like, "Here, write an S here." And then he says, "Write an S here too." And I was like, "What the heck is this for?" And so he says, "That's my tattoo." Now you can explain the tattoo.
Okay, so my tattoo has 7 letters, and it says the word inspire. It will say the word inspire. And pretty much I just reached out. So I had 4 people picked out for sure that I wanted included, and then there's 4 people. There's only 7 letters, so then there's 4 people. I was like, okay.
So what do the people in the letters have in common? What's the purpose of the letters?
They inspire me. They inspire me in one way or another upon who they are to make me a better person.
There you go.
People hearing this are like, someone's gonna be like, me explaining this, like some people are like, oh well, why wasn't I picked? And it wasn't like about like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like 7 people that I thought of that I knew I could reach like quickly because I wanted to turn around and do it quick.
Liver King didn't respond quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately. That man motivated me every day. But so like, anyway, every person has their own letter, and it was just randomly picked throughout, and so I was like, the first people obviously got their first number, then the rest of the people didn't get their first number, and like one of the people like is still going because there's 2 numbers left, so I didn't ask the other person because whatever number this person picks, the other person will get. So I was like, I'm only going to ask 6 people because no point in. And she still has yet to respond. She's been stubborn.
So I'm known as letter S now.
Yeah.
So put that in your phone for me instead of
co-host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be letter S.
Which is funny because
You already have a letter S, don't you?
No.
Taylor puts all these weird names of people in his phone.
Yes and no. I don't as much anymore. More it's just like now it's too.
Now you're serious.
Yeah.
Too many nicknames.
In high school and college, I used to put people's Instagram tags as their name. Like Tyler spelled Ty Hoppin 1. I think Jacob Reed is Redhead Reed.
I use real names of real people.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I do too. And then some people get changed, some people don't. Some people get letters, some people don't. Like that's what I thought was funny because I just changed someone's name to a letter.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah. So I just thought that was funny. But yeah, so it's like every person on there is gonna get one letter. They wrote it however they write it. So if you're the tattoo artist, they're gonna tattoo it on me.
What is the tattoo gonna be? Like on your body?
Oh, on my. I think I said what is it? I mean, I was like,
No,
where
on your
it's
body?
gonna be on my forearm. It's probably gonna be like 4 or 5 inches big, probably. I mean, not too big, not too small. I'm excited. I mean, by the time you hear this, it's already gonna have happened, unless something crazy happens tomorrow to where I can't get a letter from someone. But
You have to get. You should just ask the homeless person. Hey, will you write this letter to me?
I thought about it.
Homeless. Some stranger.
So I was taking a kid out. We got a transport, and this guy asked us for money. I thought it was funny. We were just walking to a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
He asked us for money. I was like, well, unfortunately, I don't have any.
This random guy did?
Yeah.
That's happened to me before. There was one time, I think it was 2 years ago, I was getting, so to my training division yes, 2 years ago in Kansas City. I always try to get there without having to pee, and then I pee right before the camp, so I don't have to pee during the camp, so I can be coaching the whole time.
Yeah.
And so I stopped at the gas station like a mile from the high school, and it's a Phillips 66, and it's, I don't know, 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Actually, it's probably more like 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning. And I came out, and this guy is just frantically asking people, "Can I have some money? You got money for gas? My girlfriend took all my money. She's gonna take my car too. Can I get some gas? Can I have some money?"
Write the story.
Yeah, he was just frantically asking, and I was like, "Sorry, dude," and I went away.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened a couple times. They say that because people try to like steal it. They say you should like put a certain dollar amount and pump it for them. Like give them like put $5 in the, because they want to just steal money from you. So instead of giving $5 bill, you should give them five. You should pay $5 of gas for them and then send them on their way.
That makes sense. That's cool.
So for like homeless people, a lot of them are like into drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
So what you should do is like people who are begging on the side of the street, instead of giving them $5, like go to McDonald's and get a cheeseburger for them and then hand it to them. That way they're getting fed and they don't need money for the food for that day, for themselves at least. Or if they have a family, get them 4, I don't know. Rather than giving them money that they could use on drugs. Learned some about, well, that's not, doing my class today, I learned some more about like cultural stuff. One of my classes is culture and sport. And it's just interesting to know how people tick. But the homeless thing's something I learned a long time ago. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm excited. And yeah, again, for the people that didn't get picked, it's nothing personal. Like I swear, like I probably could have a lot of words that I could have a lot of people scribble.
You should just make one of those, you know, the things you go online and you put like, so if I do like traits of Taylor Patton and I put all these words, I put like confident, I put loyal, I put kind, and it makes like a mumble jumble thing for you. And like the words that most people said are big.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you should just get that on your back.
Well, maybe.
Bunch of words, just keep going.
It's a thought.
Just go up the arm,
keeps going up
to the shoulder and around the back, and just keep going. You can make it like a chain.
Keep adding words.
It's the new sleeve right there.
Yeah.
Ronaldo or Messi? Kid asked me this today.
Messi. Easy. It's easy, but
really easy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I didn't until the World Cup. No, I think Messi. Ronaldo's a little bleh. He's just kind of a diva. Also, do you know how Ronaldo just signed to the Saudi Arabian club and makes like 400 mil or some 130 mil a year, something crazy?
Yeah.
Another club in Saudi Arabia offered Messi 430 million a year. A year.
But I mean, they got that money over there. They got that oil money.
It's crazy. I don't know how they don't have the most GDP in the world. Probably because they don't make anything.
Yeah, it's that. And it's all 2 families. It's not like.
It's crazy though.
Right?
That's another thing. Is like big companies in sports. The reason sports have so much money is because like big oil companies and stuff like that. Way back when in like the 1800s, like you know, AT&T started the first TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they were ones like that helped set it up. And so all these old companies that are huge now are what owns America, corporate America. In terms of sports world.
Interesting.
big decisions on ABC, NBC,
Dude.
CBS.
There's this thing going on where Messi's supposed to come to the United States. Supposed to play at Miami.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, hopefully.
I'm going though. I gotta see him. Kind of sucks I never saw Tom Brady.
I mean,
Never saw Tom Brady play live. Like I've seen like
is he done?
I don't know. I'm probably just unless I play against him somehow. That'd be cool. I like you think about like all the greats like that you see. Like I saw. I don't know if I ever did see David Beckham.
I didn't.
He played in L.A. I don't think I did.
I watched it on TV a lot.
We like think about like our child. I feel like our childhood has had the sports greats. Like they say, the 1920s and 1950s were sports greats.
Favorite, for sure.
He wasn't that great. He just hit a lot. I found that's on my class. The reason that he hit a lot of home runs, everybody was hitting home runs in the MLB those years because they changed the ball and they changed the rules for like pitchers. You couldn't do like spitballs and other like weird pitches anymore.
Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, I mean, still number one heart in mine.
Yeah, and you know Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Tony Tiger.
Yeah, my favorite dude, best cereal ever. No cap on that for sure. And they started Kellogg's wanted. It's kind of like a YMCA, only it was his own. It's called like a substantiarium or substantiarium. I don't remember. It's kind of like think of like your local YMCA or like a nice like Lifetime gym. He basically advocated for those to make fitness more a priority in sport. And he's like, instead of having alcohol and tobacco, because America was obviously tobacco fields back then. It's like 1860s. This guy named Kellogg is like, yeah, eat this, and he like made a cereal. That's how Kellogg's Frosted Flakes got going. Same with the graham cracker, same thing. No joke.
We're spending a lot of random facts there.
It's just in my reading from school.
It's just like
I'm gonna write a book of facts.
It's like facts of randomness.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Anyways, what was the discussion? Oh, all the greats. Like Derek Jeter. I saw Derek Jeter play. Give me some football greats. Adam Vinatieri, saw him play.
You're asking wrong. You're asking
like the
guy.
goats
You're
of the world.
Person, I guess.
Where we football, obviously, I think Tom Brady. I've never been to a tennis match.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, he's not the go-go, but I've only seen. I saw Ben Roethlisberger in college, actually, and I saw him in the NFL. At training camp.
I watched Justin Tucker.
He is the GOAT. You're right. You are seeing the GOAT. Adam Vinatieri too, but let me see. Baseball, football, hockey. I don't know. I've been to one hockey game. I have no idea anybody on. I didn't see Alex Ovechkin or Sidney Crosby. So, and then there's.
No one else matters.
Yeah, no one else matters. Jim Craig goalie. I did meet Jim Craig goalie for the United States. He signed my shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, greatest movie ever. Miracle. What sport am I missing? Basketball. I saw LeBron James. We're good. I've seen the GOATs except for football.
Stephen Curry and Jeremy
I've seen Steph Curry.
Seen Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy Lin. I went to the NBA Finals and saw when the Cavs played the Warriors, so I saw all the greats.
With Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy Lin was on the Lakers. I didn't ever see Kobe play. I've seen a lot of baseball. Scotty Rowland just got in the MLB Hall of Fame this week. You don't know who that is, but I saw him many times. I have a baseball signed by him, actually.
I'm gonna say probably 95% of the listeners don't know who that is.
They might. All right, let's jump into some stuff. Actually,
I thought you were just sitting out names.
Get your Vitargo. Okay, one of the great in the supplement world is Vitargo. Go ahead, get it, and we'll be back right after the break. Break time's over. We'll be back. All right, let's jump into some real talk today. It's going to be a reflection and thought process to better our lives tonight. I don't really know. I came up with that on the spot. Yeah. All right, question number 1 tonight. Heard it at church, actually. What are you running from?
What am I running from?
Yeah,
knee pain. Holy smokes. It is killer.
How are you running from knee pain? You said you squatted today. What are you running from?
I did. Now I'm regretting it. I don't know why. I'd just be hurting like a mother trucker out here.
What are you thinking about?
No, in reality, I'm really. I would say I'm running from feelings. I guess, does that make sense? and that
Elaborate.
like I wouldn't say they're just suppressing or controlling them. I don't know. I got really good at like being very neutral. I think over the last like 2 weeks, I think I've not gotten bad. Not I wouldn't say bad because that's not even. I wouldn't even say I've regressed. I just feel like I've let them show more. If that makes sense.
That's a
bad
bad thing.
Yeah,
Why is that?
because I'm just a very neutral person. I work
Everybody
so
got
I work
feelings.
so hard on controlling my emotions and not letting them control me. That now like letting feelings in and letting them more or less dictate how I feel sometimes like really like aggravates me because I know I'm really good at controlling my emotions, and so sometimes when they control me, it makes me feel.
What do you mean when you say emotions control me?
They make decisions. Like I make emotional decisions. Like,
Yeah, you don't want that.
yeah, I'm usually very good at being calm, cool, collected. Like
The 3 C's.
yeah, and I'd say the last like two-ish weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and I feel like I let my feelings control more of my decisions, or just like yeah, being more emotional filled instead of just being more.
So how do you get back to so-called best version of yourself? You gotta take more time to think. You gotta be busier. You gotta.
I think that's part of it. Like the last 2 weeks, I've had too much time off. Like honestly, for real, like I had time off. I mean, I worked 4 days. I had 4 days off last week, 5 days off on my week off, and then this week I had 6 technically, even though I'm working 4 to 7, but only like 3 hours.
3-hour workday, I'd take it.
Yeah.
So I did see a quote today that like talks about how working more, you obviously make more money. You have less time to spend more money, and you have less time to cause yourself more problems.
Yeah.
That is one benefit
Like-
to working more.
100%. I think.
But I'm not that type of person.
Yeah. And another thing is like, that's why I got a tattoo. I just had free time, and I was like, dang, what can I do? Like, what am I not done? Like, I just feel like
Well, you're not done. You got a tattoo.
Yeah, but like again, like what I haven't done in a while. And I wanted a tattoo a while ago. Then I kind of like I suppressed it, like controlled. I was like, okay, I don't need one right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a few days off and time to think, and I'm like, I just need another one now. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it just like that's an emotional control decision.
And you're still going through with it.
Yeah, because I put on the story. I was like, do I get one? And then
That doesn't mean you got to do it.
90% of people said yes. So I'm following the people. Power of the people, baby.
I'd say power to yourself. But...
And I really like the idea that I came behind. So I'm okay.
Yeah, that idea is good. I'll give you that for sure. I don't know if getting a tattoo because everybody tells you get a tattoo is a good idea.
No.
Idea is very clever. I
had the decision. I already had the decision. I wanted a tattoo, but I just want to see what people would say.
That sounds better. Although I wouldn't even put it on the story because who gives a crap what people think?
No. But I just like seeing what people say, like who votes, who doesn't. Like, it's all interesting.
Yeah, seeing like people.
I probably 1/3 people view it so far. I probably have 130.
We said we have to put. This is a side note. We said we had to put something on our stories for people to vote on for the podcast. I think it was the last episode. We didn't do it.
Oh, intensity and curiosity or
consistency. Yeah, we have to do that.
Consistency so much easier. Tell you what.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say that's what I'm running for. And yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'm going with that. I'm running, controlling my feelings.
Controlling your feelings. Is that what scares you the most too?
No.
Or holds you back the most?
Yes, no.
Okay. Well, what's so other things? So I learned some of all these questions I'm stemming from tonight.
Yeah.
I learned in church.
Well, you go first. What are you running from before we start all this extra?
Honestly, I'm not running from anything. I honestly don't think I'm running from anything.
So this is just therapy for Taylor?
No, it's just I think it's an important question to reflect on because a lot of times people make decisions. Again, back to the priority conversation we had earlier, back to a couple weeks ago on our podcast episode. all this stuff is what I've been thinking about in my life the last three months, we'll say. We'll go back 3 months. Right? So basically 4 months almost since getting married, we'll say.
Yeah.
So since October. And I really think like when you have so much change in your life like I have, you really start reflecting on what's the right thing to do or what's the best decision.
Yeah.
And some of it is like you're trying to negotiate with yourself, like, is this the right thing? You know what I mean? And say, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. But it's another thing. Everything that happens to me, I think of something to speak about, right?
Yeah.
So I think these are great things to speak about. I heard in the homily in church the other day, what are you running from? Or what if you couldn't fail? Like these deep questions, or like if you didn't have to worry about what everybody else thought, or you didn't have to make money from this, would you still be doing what you're doing? Is this what you're passionate about? Is this what you're following? Are you trying to be yourself, or are you trying to be what other people want you to be or see you being? That's what I'm trying to like really reflect that.
While, yeah.
What?
It's on the phone that's recording right now. But are you making decisions for you, or are you making decisions to impress others?
Yeah, and like when we were prepping for the podcast earlier, you asked about one of the questions you're gonna ask me.
Yeah. Well, I also asked myself.
Yeah, but like you're gonna ask like what is a lesson I've learned, and that's that people is to take advice from people with a grain of salt, because in the end you know yourself the best. Which I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm not saying just don't take advice. I think that's totally wrong. There's other people, like for instance, I asked my parents for a lot of things because they're a lot wiser than I am.
Yeah.
And I will never stop asking them questions, because that's what they're there for, and they're happy to help, and I need the help. Yeah. But I'm also like, okay, Dad's not going to be here forever, so ask him and then figure it out, or do everything I can to figure it out and then ask him if you really need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, and going along with that, ask for advice from people who are in your inner circle. I talked about that a lot. It's another lesson I've learned is I used to want my circle to be huge.
Yeah.
Right? Now I need about 12 people in my circle. All
12?
Hands and toes maximum. Like that.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that too. I was like, dang, there's probably like 6 people in the circle right now, but there's only like 2 people that like actually like open up to and talk about things with.
And I mean, my circle, I go to certain people for certain things, I should say, is in my circle. But really, to an extent, my first circle is just myself.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I like just get mad and I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm just gonna do what I want. Or like my inner thing, I'm just gonna like, okay, I have this vision, and Steph always gets mad at me because I try to portray like my vision. The other night we were laying in bed, and this is another side note. We're laying in bed and she's like really tired. She's like, sing me a lullaby. I was like, no, I'd practice some visualization on you though, or some imagery. So I'd go through this ridiculous story that there's no way she was gonna fall asleep. It was like this monkey in a jungle. Anyways, and because she had Tarzan on that night, and she's like, I about fell asleep because your voice. I was like, did you visualize anything though? And she's like, no. Honestly, you lost me. I was like, man, I understood like what I was thinking the whole time. Like, I had a clear picture of like what was actually going on, like in real life. Then we had this discussion about like what we see in our brains and this and that. Like if it was snowing outside, I think it was snowing outside. Like, what do you see if you look out the window right now? And she like said something. I said something a little bit different, and
you're gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, it's just like different people's brains and stuff, and me portraying it onto others. So sometimes it's like, I don't even know why I try. I'm just going to keep it to myself. But anyways, we're getting off track here. So all this stems from reflection and how to be the best version of yourself and what you're trying to chase in your life, not just survive, make money, go home, support a family, and be done. It's, okay, I'm going to not work a day in my life because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Who am I supposed to be, and how can I get there? These questions stem from that.
Yeah.
Because you talk about all the time. People are scared to take risks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. Like, I think that's another thing why it's like, not that my job is an everyday risk, but it's full of risk. per se. And then so I lost my train of thought. I was about to hop off.
Yeah, you
God,
got really excited.
Dang it, dude.
It's like I'm not.
Oh yes, there we go. Oh, I got it. I'm back on track. Let me go.
Talk before you forget.
So that's I love working, and so like then me having time off and that like I was able to think and like overthink and rethink about situations, and then I like had to fill time or like waste time with things I like to do or find things that like I like to do or and that I bought a longboard because I wanted to learn how to longboard because that's something that scares me. Now it's something I actually enjoy without dying. Got a tattoo. Got a tub to do cold plunges in, and that so it's just like I'm making decisions because I feel all
the challenges.
Yeah,
it betters you though.
Yeah, because I feel like work is such like a challenge. Like because every time you walk into like talking to a different kid or another situation comes up, or like having to follow up with staff about certain situations, or, like thought processes and all that. I love it. And I think that's why, again, like why I work so much. You asked like, if you didn't get paid, like what would you do?
Yeah.
And that I'd probably still work at Woodward.
Really?
And I was thinking about that too earlier.
That's how you know you're
if I was financially free and like if I really financially free and afforded everything I wanted, I'd probably still work at Woodward.
See,
just for like yeah, because I like it that much.
Yeah, it means you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Financially free, I think, makes a huge difference because I would be like not doing the same thing I would be doing. Although I do like so study hall. Obviously, kids like want to roam around and stuff. I do like some challenges and want to change some things. So I should make that happen just because. But if I didn't get paid, the only thing I would really want to do is speak and play sports.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want my 9 to 5 to be. I want my 9 to 5 to be working out, rehab, doing what I want, speaking, preparing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's who I want to be. So all my decisions go towards that. But if you're not financially free, you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Also travel.
Yeah, travel would be a great one. And even if I couldn't fail, I would do that because I wouldn't have to be worried about like starting your own business, not making any money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd still go for the sports. I'd do the exact same thing. It's like all paths lead to that sort of stuff for me. And what holds me back is not having enough money, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the endless amount of money, better off than most people, but.
Right. 5 years will be fun.
5 years, that's out of the window, bro. Window's done by then.
What do you mean?
Sports window in 5 years?
Hey, man, you can play. Just chop off a leg and then play handicap. You'll be fine.
I don't know, man.
Just chop off the right one.
I don't know.
Or you can play handball. I mean, you can still lift. You can still do lifting competitions.
I don't want to lift.
Okay. Then I mean, you can do laying competitions. You could like lay down 2 lays down longest.
I don't want that either.
You can do a rowing competition. Like there's so many things you can do.
Mine's more like how many words can you say in a minute? I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of challenges. I think you'd be fine. Like, yeah, it wouldn't be playing football, but I mean, you could still play cricket or rugby.
Dude,
or
cricket, hard. Cricket's hard.
That's awesome. Or baseball.
Baseball.
Or bowling.
See, baseball not that hard. I can hit.
Video games.
Video games, yeah, I'm not built for that. I don't think I'm built for the average video gamer.
There's so many things you can say.
Anyways,
ultra marathoner.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't want to do a half. I mean, I want to run one marathon in my life just to say I did it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna walk during it. But, anyways, what are your thoughts about what scares you? Is holding you back if you're not?
It scares me.
Couldn't fail.
I don't know. One thing is just being alone for the rest of my life.
Like not having like a significant other? Why is it?
It comes and goes.
Sometimes having one's scary too.
Right. But yeah, so I mean that just comes and goes as like being scared, and then I think it just comes with work. Like I just like if I'm working or doing something constantly, I don't have to think about it. So like that's why I'm like I was running away from feelings. Like that's part like the feelings I run away from.
You should attack those though.
I keep saying this time.
Maybe you're meant to. If you're meant to be solo, you're meant to be solo. You know, you should
Yeah.
embrace that.
Yeah.
Because like
I
when I
just-
was looking for Steph, I mean, I didn't. I never when I was looking for Steph, I wasn't looking for Steph, and I found her. I mean,
Yeah.
and like there's always people around you. It's not like you're alone. Just go home and you sleep in your own room at night. That's the only part that's alone. And honestly,
Yeah.
sometimes that's good. You get the whole bed to yourself then.
And that's why I want a dog.
Yeah, dog is your
Too,
companion
but-
too.
You know, work comes first, and work controls not having a dog.
No, you can
But-
not having a dog.
Also being like not successful, and at the end of my life, I think too is like not feeling successful.
Really?
I think, yeah, so I think I'm scared of.
What would be a successful life for Taylor?
Like this is like American dream. Like honestly, American dream, financial freedom.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
If I'm able,
What's the number of financial freedom? And of course, using inflation.
honestly, like I feel like 100K.
Like 100K a year
Yeah,
for an individual. Sure.
yeah. And then
Depends what your freedom is. 'Cause I need like 1.1 million.
But like to be financially free in the United States, like again, like couples like that barely make 70K or whatever the average is.
I found it out today. If you make 70 to 119 or 76,000 to 119,000 as a couple, you are ahead of basically 75% of Americans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, which is wild.
I actually looked at that stat today. No joke.
Yeah,
It was in one of my classes.
Again, like,
If you make 50K, you're still ahead of half.
And that's being single. If you make 50K, like you're making good money.
Yeah, compared to the average American.
Yes.
Which is
A
crazy.
lot, but then like people look at it and they go, oh, I'm only making 50K.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're making 50K, which I mean, again, across the world, not even just the United States, like.
Yeah, then you're even better.
So yeah,
So financial freedom.
financial freedom, wife, 8 kids. I have a few kids. Pibble. No.
White picket fence.
Yeah.
American dream, huh?
Yeah.
My American dream's a little different, I think.
I just want me to travel wherever I want.
I want that stuff too, but I want to have like sports and speaking. Same thing I've said
Yeah.
since I was 5.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I think speaking would be cool.
I would love it.
You're a better speaker than I am.
I'm like the reflection king over here. I would just speak. I got like actual like PowerPoints and other stuff, you know, that I have, but honestly, you can just speak about your recent experiences too. There's always a story. Like Gary Vee, he has something to say every day. He's gone through it. And I don't want to start speaking until I'm like 50 though. Because I want to have that life lived.
Yeah.
It's hard to listen to somebody who doesn't accomplish anything else in life. So I need to accomplish some other things, I feel like, first. But anyways, what are some risks you got right now? And does the reward outweigh the risk that you want to take?
Risks.
Or is it too much risk? You have any?
I think.
Like my risk would be that switch jobs, doing some kicking stuff for a while, see if it pays off. If it doesn't pay off, then I just don't have a lot of money for. I mean, I make a fourth as much money as I would have if I didn't leave my job.
Yeah.
Have a different house to pay for that costs more money. Paying for school. She doesn't have an income because she's in school. Again, money's holding us back to try to accomplish a dream. If that doesn't happen, then that's the down. That's the worst that could happen. We get evicted. Just kidding. That won't happen. But
What's crazy is even in all those circumstances, like all that risk is still better than.
that's what I'm saying. And that's why my reward is way better than the risk. We can deal with this for a year if we need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't know. I want to switch positions in my job. That's not really a risk right now. I want to move to Texas. I want to move to Florida.
Hey, I want to go.
I guess, but again, those aren't currently risks in my life.
Are you trying to live in Texas?
Where?
Yeah, Waco. That's where Steph goes to school.
I don't know. Anywhere.
Dallas,
Yeah.
Denton, or I want to live in Denton or Frisco,
I don't know.
or just
somewhere warm.
west side of Des Moines.
Yeah.
High key, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I really just feel like I don't have currently any big risks in my life.
You know what? Besides, you got some risks though. You're taking the risk with the challenges that you've done with the longboard, the tattoo.
Yeah.
Those are risks.
Yeah.
Want to
I
run a
agree.
marathon? That's a risk. Want to get
Yeah.
200 pounds? That's a risk. What if you become fat? That's a risk, you know? Like
those are all challenges. There's a risk to it, but they're all challenges. It's not like
anytime you get out of your comfort zone, that's a risk though.
yeah.
That's what makes you better. All those goals make you better.
Yeah.
So I think in those cases, the risk is worth the reward. Even if you don't get the reward, even if you don't become financially free, even if I don't become a speaker or a professional athlete,
Yeah.
those experiences will lead us to be successful somewhere in life.
Yeah.
That'll be driven. Now, if we put faith behind that as well and try to make the right decisions and don't run from things,
Yeah.
and you just sit back and think, okay, this scares me. Why? And you take it head on. Like this conversation tonight has really made me think. We got a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah.
We got a whole lot of life to live.
Yeah.
We're not where we want to be. I tell Steph all the time. We're not where we want to be, but we're well on our way. It's literally what I said.
Yeah. And that'd be a risk. It's like trusting the process. And that like
It's hard.
I wrote it somewhere in here. Give me a second. Maybe I wrote it in my notes.
Well, Taylor's right, or thinking of that. I have a quote that goes just with that. I saw it on Ted Lasso, out of all things. Fairy tales don't start or end in the deep, dark forest. So if you're in the middle of the forest, your story's not ending or starting. You know what I mean? You're in the midst of it. It's like how can you find joy in the dark
process.
forest? Yeah. How can you find joy in the process?
That's like like part of the risk is like not knowing where
It's hard.
the journey goes. I'd say like as part of the risk, like just trusting God and letting Him, not forcing anything. And then that's what I was gonna say, is like not forcing anything, like things like come and go as is.
Patience.
Like, if it's supposed to happen, like it'll happen on God's way. Like if I'm walking towards something that He doesn't want me to be part of, maybe this is a prayer I say like pretty much every day lately. Because if I'm walking towards something that I shouldn't be walking towards, that He intervenes and turns me around.
Yeah, I pray every morning. I pray. Let me see what the actual name of it is. So every day I pray in the morning, Thomas Merton prayer.
Never heard of him.
My Lord God, I have no idea where I'm going is the first word.
That's awesome.
First sentence.
That's the first sentence, yeah.
So it's just really good.
Yeah.
If I am running from one thing, it would be that probably what God wants me to do, because I have like this vision, you know.
Yeah.
And I try to follow it. And sometimes I get really mad at myself. Again, if I'm scared of something, it's me not reaching my full potential.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing this when I should be doing this. You know what I mean? Or I sin here and I should be putting time into this or whatever, or having this thought when I should be thinking of this, or doing whatever.
And that's kind of what I meant by like success, was like continuing like to push my full potential.
Yeah. And like you said, discipline last week. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Because every action you take is a vote towards the person you're becoming.
Has some influence, like we said.
Going off that, and we kind of talked about it earlier, like what's been a hard lesson to learn lately?
Lately, I don't think I've got a lot of mini lessons that I've learned lately. I learn a lot from podcasts. I learn a lot from obviously life experiences.
Yeah.
the biggest lesson, honestly, I've learned just about like how to put things together and what I'm good at and what I need to learn more about. And I like to learn a lot of things. Like I want to learn survival skills and knots, and learned a lot about the CrossFit Level 1 programming, and learned I want to program. Like just little things like that just make me more, like one of my things on my bucket list is to understand how the world works. That's very generalized. But like understand how to hang pictures better. Understand how to put screws in drywall for hang stuff, anchors in the ceiling. Like just dumb, like random stuff.
Yeah, basic every day.
Yeah, like I want to learn how to do that stuff better. You know what I mean? And just be more of a complete human. Learn about houses and what to look for. Learn about banking. Switch all of our banks over. So Steph and I have a merged bank. Learned all about that stuff. Just traveling some, learning about how cultures are different and how the world works and functions. I mean, it's learning all about the ups and downs in life and switching jobs, new perspective. So a lot of little, there's nothing been a big major lesson lately, but learning a lot of little things in life help you be more a complete person. That's why I said every experience you go through, you can speak about or gain something from. Oh, going off the process thing, by the way, I was listening to Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee, and he said have a process mindset, not a positive or negative. So it's similar to a neutral mindset, but a process mindset is not thinking about the outcome, but about what your next decision is or how that might grow to the next day. Like go day by day. Remember how a couple weeks ago I said, when I'm having a bad day, I think, okay, go to bed and tomorrow will be a new day.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what you need to think. Go day by day. Okay, make your decisions today. Did you get better? At the end of the day, I always think that I get leaner, stronger, faster, better at kicking, whatever it might be in my workouts. Did I really gain progress that day? 1% better, like always. Or did I just, I was there today. Some days that's a rest day. Like this week's a rest week. So how can I be healthy? Then we jump at it next week. So I just learned little tidbits here and there, you know. CrossFit, learned some in CrossFit this week. Listened to a podcast. I'm not very good at thrusters. That's when you do a full squat and then push it over your head. If you guys don't know. And Matt Fraser on a podcast was like, if you're bad at something, pick out why you're bad at that movement. Just are you bad at the squat? Are you bad at the thrust? Are you bad at the push press? Can you not have flexibility? What's the issue? Instead of doing a million thrusters over and over, focus just on that one movement. So like me, my issue is front squat. Like when I clean, I never get in a front squat because it's heavy to go down and come back up. So I need to work on the front squat, and then the thruster will be easier. There you go. Next. Anyways, go ahead.
I'd say for me, the hardest lesson I've learned, or the lesson I've learned lately. I don't know what even question I asked. Oh yeah, what's been a hard lesson you learned? That it's okay to walk away. That's it.
Walk away just from your job, from others talking to you, from your problems.
I mean, anything. Like it's okay to walk away. Like if it's not serving your purpose, it's okay to walk away.
I like that. If it's not serving your purpose, it's okay to walk away. Unless you should just be a good human and put up with it. Sometimes you got to be a servant leader.
For how long though before it eats at you? For how long before a certain point that you're not depressed because you had to hold on to something or do something? At what point do you have to continue to do something that it no longer serves you or God?
You're talking to me. I do that all the time. You want to do this? No, can't. Sorry, I got to work out. You going to do this? Sorry, no, I got a game tomorrow. I'm like the number one person to say no. I walk away. I do me. I'm selfish as all get out. I'm saying sometimes there's got to be some give and take in the things that really matter to you. You got to have some give and take.
Yeah, but okay, if you're pursuing a relationship and it no longer suits you. If it now drains you more than it fills you,
then get
it's okay to walk away.
Yeah.
If a job drains you more than it fills you, it's okay to walk away.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think that's good.
If going to the gym drains you more than fills you, take a break, walk away.
I like to take a break or find a different way.
Yeah.
Find a-
yeah, that's
find a
what I
different
do. I mean,
I like that.
find a different activity, find a different relationship, find a
Yeah. Find something that's going to suit your
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
But it's
It-
occasionally good to just be
and
nice.
it's okay to start over, and because when you start over, you already have the lessons learned. It's not like you're starting a new foundation because you already have your foundation built.
And I think it's important to keep those values in the foundation and use that wisdom to build something better than it was before.
Yeah,
That's kind of where I'm at. I feel like I'm kind of like starting over here. Interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Not really. I got one quote that we haven't went over.
Yeah, go for it.
If you weren't ready, you wouldn't have the opportunity. If you weren't capable, you wouldn't have the desire. I don't know who said it. I don't know where it came
Say it
from.
one more time.
If you weren't ready, you wouldn't have the opportunity. If you weren't capable, you wouldn't have the desire.
I don't agree with the first part. Because sometimes you're just not ready and you're forced to be. Like it's here now.
And
You're thrown
why
in the
do
fire.
you think you're not ready then?
Sink or swim.
Yeah, why do you think you're not ready?
You probably like think about an NFL,
That's
a rookie NFL quarterback. Okay,
Yeah,
they ain't ready.
that's just a mindset. Though.
They're thrown into the fire.
Well,
It is somewhat a mindset, but there's also just intangibles like you haven't learned the game enough, the speed of play, the different calls. Like you just haven't learned it enough. I do think they prepare the best they can during the week, yes, but sometimes you just got to live through that experience, you know.
Yeah.
Like we've learned a lot about the podcast in the almost 2 years we've done it.
But we were ready. We just stepped in learning.
But
just because you're thrown in the water doesn't mean
sometimes it's a sink or swim.
That
Though.
doesn't mean you don't know how to learn. You don't know how to swim.
Yeah, but it
Or
doesn't mean you're ready. There's levels. Okay, you might be 10% ready, but you ain't 100% ready.
You're still ready for the opportunity.
I don't know. I mean, technically, you're ready for whatever. Are you ready if there's an avalanche? Are you ready to be in it?
If that's where God wants me to be, that's where God wants me to be.
See, most people don't think have that mindset.
I don't know where I'm going to find myself in the cold on a mountain.
I don't know.
But if I'm ever placed there because God needs me there for some reason or whatever reason, I'm there, and an avalanche comes, sign me up. I freaking love chaos. So I'm ready for it.
We'll have are you ready for the most boring day of your life then?
Most boring day of my life.
Yeah. You said you're ready for chaos. You ready for boring?
Yeah.
Let's read the second part again.
If you weren't capable,
Desire.
yeah, you wouldn't have.
I like
desire.
that. That's a good confidence builder right there. Can I write that down, please? Actually, I just put it right in my phone notes. I like that one. That one's good.
Yeah, I think they're two different quotes that might have been put together. I don't know. I read it off somewhere.
That's a good. I'm gonna write ready discussion because that's really interesting. But you can say on any level, I'm confident. Any level, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, ready or prepared maybe is what I'm thinking of. There's a difference between ready. Are you ready to go in the game? Sure, I have my shoulder pads, my shoelaces are up tied. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But are you really ready? Like internally, like confidence?
Yeah.
Do you think you can be successful?
Becoming ready, you wouldn't have that opportunity.
Trying to think of something.
Yeah.
It's just hard to the word ready. Like you think of like the doctors with the Mark
Yeah.
Hamlin. They weren't. I mean, they were ready because they had all this schooling for it, and they just executed it. So technically, they were ready. Your house catches on fire. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because you have a fire extinguisher, or you have an escape route, so you're ready.
Yeah. I'm at this point. Like, anything that comes my way, I'm ready. Okay. If my car breaks down, I'm ready.
Good, Jocko. Good.
Yeah.
Car breaks down. Good.
That's like the same thing. Like, am I the most prepared? No. But am I ready yet?
You say you're ready, but are you really ready?
Yeah. Thinking of that, I took the kid today to the court and all that, and we're going. And I thought I had to be at Woodward at 10, and that in my little brain, I thought we had to be there at 10. I had to be there at 10. No, we had to be at court at 10. So I wake up to 2 texts and all that, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm F. So I'm scrambling for my stuff and all that, and so we leave, and I was like, okay, kids gotta meet me here because I gotta drop off stuff here. I gotta pick up a van, this, that, and the other. And they come down, we're leaving. I was like, okay. I was like, this is what's gonna happen if your court is happening and you need to be inside and we were just pulling up, because downtown Des Moines is hard to park in during business hours and that. So I was like, okay. I was like, you gotta do this, you gotta step by step. And then I'm like, we're driving there, I'm looking, I'm like, we're on E. I was like, no way. I was like, everything's just falling apart here. I was like, we're gonna be late for this kid's court. And then so this kid's gonna have to walk through all alone, and that's his court. I wouldn't have went in anyway, but usually we're supposed to be there with him. I was like, this kid might be by himself for a minute. Well, I found a parking spot. And then we're on E, so I was like, we might run out of gas, so we might not even make it there. Anyway, got one. We made it there, parked. I actually parked about half a block away, and was able to get gas afterwards too without running out of gas. But I was ready. I was like, and that I think it just it comes with like just being mentally prepared for anything to happen. Maybe that just comes with my job too. Is like I'm already ready for anything to happen. So I think that also comes with my preparedness.
I think prepared and ready are.
Yeah, but if a fire broke out, am I gonna freak out? Yeah, but am I ready for it? Yeah, because I'm just gonna grab my 2 things that I want and I'm gonna leave, and I know exactly where they are. If they're gonna fire, okay, I'm just gonna leave. If I have to jump out my window, I'm jumping out my window.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to sleep on this prepared versus ready versus all this stuff. I'm just a little. I got to do some homework.
Okay.
I'm just unsure about it right now. I need to look up some definitions and.
Yeah, you do that. I'm ready.
I'm sure you are. You got anything else for the people? Go to the cause tonight, today, whatever time the people are listening to it.
As apparently some people say on TikTok, take care, brush your hair.
I don't have much hair to brush.
I don't either, but take care, brush your hair. That's the quote of the day. Write that down.
All right. We'll leave you guys with that. Take care, brush your hair. Anyways, catch you guys next week or on Thursday. Don't forget, tune in 1440. Tell you guys later.
Love it. Bye.